Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Spiritual View. We are so happy that you have joined us. Happy Monday, wherever you are around the world. And our lovely crew today, we've got the beautiful and amazing Jen, lovely Dawn, the amazing Marcia, and myself, Sari. We are your hosts today, and we are delighted that you have chosen to spend some time with us. We have an interesting conversation today because we're going to be talking about two topics. One, the Venus retrograde that is happening as we speak, and the 3-3 portal of today, which is really about the balance of mind, body, and spirit. So we'll be talking and having conversations about what does this mean for all of us as we look at today, but also the week ahead and what you might be experiencing in the energy. So if you're new to the channel, we welcome you. And we have this format so that we can exchange ideas, discuss the topics from an astrology perspective. We're also are going to pull some collective messages today for this time for the Venus retrograde in the portal. And then we're going to be doing individual card pulls, and we will pull one card for anyone who would like a reading. So if you are interested in having a short reading today, we would invite you to put a heart in the chat, and we will get to as many of you as we can. So, Jen, was there anything else that we needed to announce this morning? Nope, we're good. Okay, so I'm going to invite everyone just to relax, and I would ask everyone to settle into your chair or wherever you are. And I would love for you to close your eyes, and we're going to take a couple of nice deep cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you continue to take a couple of nice deep cleansing breaths, relax into your body. Let go of any tension and anywhere you feel. And today I'm going to ask you to envision that you have entered a very warm pool of water. It's aqua blue. It's warm. It even has a little steam coming off the top. And the energy of this water is so amazing. And as you look around you, you have archangels who are connected to each of your chakra systems. You can see Archangel Raphael, who is focused on cleansing the heart chakra. Archangel Gabriel for the throat. Archangel Metatron for the crown and the third eye, along with Sandalphon. Jophiel, this archangel for the sacral. And as we look around at all these archangels surrounding us, we also have Michael here. Feel the energy coming from them, connecting with you in this body of water, cleansing and aligning each of your chakras. The energy is just so beautiful as it wraps itself around you and through you to clear out any gunk, any old energy, any emotions that you don't need to hold on to. Give them up. Relax. And these archangels are connecting divinely with heaven, as well as with Mother Gaia. And just feel this loving energy coming from these beautiful celestial beings into the water, cleansing your body and your soul, refreshing you, and connecting you with the divine. Just feel this love, feel this cleansing, feel the beautiful energy of all these archangels here surrounding us. And as you get out of the water, slowly, step by step, notice how light you feel. Notice how clean you feel. Notice how relaxed you are and how connected with Source you are. You are divine. You are protected by the archangels. Take one deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and carry this beautiful energy with you throughout the week, surrounded by the love of all these angels, connecting you to Source and keeping you safe and protected. All right, with that, you can open your eyes, and I'm going to hand it over to Dawn.
Hello, good morning. This is the 3-3 portal, and it is about mind, body, spirit. So I love March, so this is just like a little extra glow up for me. It's a way for you to remember to also be grounded and incorporate all of the 4 elements in your life as part of your grounding. Because we're going to be needing that with the Venus retrograde. Venus is actually starting to move back. She is currently in Aries, and we are going to be going through some really tough lessons. And part of that is she is going to go through a dark night of the soul, but it's going to be learning things in a place where she is exalted. So she actually has already been in a sextile with Pluto. Pluto is that tough teacher that you've had back in high school who was like, okay, a full paper every week, right? All of this really, you're going to learn these things. I'm going to make sure that you know this, how to do this exactly, but I'm going to be a hard taskmaster. That's what Pluto is going to be doing with her. And she has already passed by once. So you probably felt it. You probably felt that energy. And Pluto takes away, but then it also transforms. And this is not going to happen overnight. We have 40 days of Venus being in retrograde, and it is transformational. You will have people come back into your life. A lot of them as tests. Mercury is also going to be going retrograde. So you will have all of these things happening. But the good news is Venus is going to be going back into Pisces, where she's exalted, and meeting with the North Node 2 more times. And also with Neptune 1 more time. So with that energy, she is learning where she should be going in her life. That's the North Node right there. And the South Node, especially for, again, the Virgo Pluto people, we are being asked in the very near future to step up, because we remember how things, I am like getting that message loud and clear. Right now, we are in that, I was drawing cards last night. The Tower came up. Definitely we're going to get Tower. We're going to get Tower for weeks and weeks. And then the card that came up to deal with the Tower, High Priestess energy. I was just like, it's in the Aquarius reading that just went out. I recommend people check it out. But it's that energy of she's being, the High Priestess is one of those that she doesn't say anything. She is just observing and keeping her eye on things and waiting. And she has power, but she's going to decide when is the right time to step forward into her power. Right now, she is just maintaining, keeping that higher connection and getting ready. I do think that each of us will find in what way we are being called to go forward. I especially think of that for anybody in that age bracket of the end of the 50s all the way through to 1972. I think it's the years maybe 1955 or 56 through 1972. And that is when there was a bit of a transformation going on, but we still have a long way to go in many, many, many ways. So think about that as we're slowly getting Venus going to be going back over Pluto. And that'll take a little while yet. And then she's going to be going back into Pisces. And then it's like download, we're learning time. Beware the Ides of March. March 15th is when we also get Mercury starting its retrograde in the same degrees within the bracket of her retrograde. That means Mercury's also hitting the North Node 3 times. The downloads that we'll be getting, the way that Mercury and Venus are obviously working in tandem during this time. And this is a powerful, powerful Venus retrograde. They happen every 18 months. So they're not that common. Mars retrogrades happen every 2.5 years. And Mars is still in its shadow. And they will have a trine together in the water signs. And then later on, after they've both gone direct. So there is a lot of energy that's going to be trine between that feminine and masculine energy. And I feel that is within us. But I do want to pass this over to Jen because I think she did have a little bit more information on the 3-3 portal.
Oh goodness, I've got like so many notes over here. I've got numbers coming in like crazy. So like I've picked up 717 and 909 is like, and they're all telling the same story, which is trust the transformation that's happening right now. And so with the 3-3 portal, it is about your mind, body, and spirit, and it's about aligning with your soul's mission. And so you're being asked to embrace authenticity at this moment, more than you ever have in your life. And so like, that's what the Venus retrograde is really doing with us, is helping us kind of get really clear. I mean, I think the Mars retrograde had what do we want to put out in this world? And now then it's like the Venus retrograde is kind of like, what do we value? What kind of like, what type of life we want to live? And so, I mean, we are getting so clear about who we are right now. And now then we have to actually align with that and show up in that energy. And so we are all being called to align with our soul's mission and just, the highest sense right now. And so that's what I think that this energy really is. And it's also my daughter's birthday today. And so I just it's just a good day. So like, yeah. All right. Does anybody else want to add anything to this?
Just a question for Dawn. With the Venus retrograde, from an energy perspective, in terms of managing our energy, what might we expect this week that we might need to deal with? And I know the towers are coming. I'm in a hospital library right now, but the tower didn't happen to me. It happened to a member of my family, but it was an opportunity for someone to step up, and here I am. So it could be in the surrounding infrastructure of your family or friends that it might happen to, which may impact you. But from a standpoint of managing energy, is there any advice that you would give us?
Absolutely. And truly one of the things that I keep getting coming out is that there's the collective energy. But I feel like because people that are like here have done the work, we're not getting as big tower moments for the collective energies, right? We're going to still have to do all the work of the Venus retrograde. And that is it's never easy. It's never easy. And things will happen, and you need to check in your chart what's going on with that energy. But one of the things I was thinking, and because I live, grounding. And I live in the north. I live in Minnesota. And I go out in nature quite a bit because I walk my dog. And it's being in touch with nature. I love to walk up and touch tree bark. It's one of my things. Trees are just, they exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide with us. We need them. The other thing is, and this is something that I also really liked that someone mentioned, is that take a shower, but make it a shower with intention, that you are going to go into that shower and do a cleansing and clear your energy, whether you want to do that. I know they also talk about taking saltwater baths as well to help. I don't have a bathtub, I have a shower. So the shower works just as well. And if you want to do like a body scrub of some kind, anything that's going to be extra special for you, because that's very Venusian as well. So picturing that flow of the water and releasing the energy and letting that all drain away as the water drains away, and getting rid of that. And you can do that anywhere. You can do that whether you're at home or whether you're traveling, things like that. And then pamper yourself when you come out. I swear to God, I know every single woman out there that has the special body soap and she has the special lotion that she never uses. This is the time to treat yourself and make yourself feel special. Use those things. Those are very Venusian things. It's going to be, Venus has a hard time in Aries. So this time especially is going to be really tougher. I don't feel that it'll be as tough. She's going to be putting her plan into action when she comes back into Aries after her retrograde, but she'll be going into her place of exaltation. But right now is where some of the hardest work, I feel, is going to be, because she's not in her element, and for us to get ourselves into that energy of that element. So that's what I would say. Oh, and I am doing my Venus retrograde and my High Priestess Path class starting tonight. I will at some point find a way to put that into the chat if you guys want to sign up. It's going to be recorded. We're doing the Venus thing, so it's 5, right? It's going to be 5 classes, and the classes will be recorded. It's going to be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, and Nat will be giving. She's going to actually be doing our opening, and then she has some things that she's going to be teaching at each week. And hopefully, I think we're also going to have a card pull that people can use, like I showed you guys before. And then, because I feel strongly called to do it, I will also be talking at a separate meeting that I'll change the times of, where I can do live and look at people's charts. I won't record that, but I will pull people's charts up and take a look at them, and we will talk about where your Venus is, because Venus has been trying to give people messages. I swear. When I was doing the new moon readings, Venus was like right on top of every reading, saying whatever she wanted to say. So she is trying to talk to us. She is. Watch for synchronicities. Pay attention to the people who are showing back up in your life. I will say most of the time, the love relationships that come up, it's not a good time to start a new relationship. And the people that we have basically finished up will show back up at this time in our relationships. And that is a universal test for us. So, and I know there's people already signed up for this class. I know Michelle and Kathy and some lovely people are going to be there. So we will have a lot of fun, and hopefully they'll be able to see each other. That's probably the part I'm excited about, is we see faces. Yes. So it'll be fabulous. So please, it's only $25 for all that, because we wanted it to be very Venus associated. And I got pushed into doing this class. I am not kidding, by Venus. Venus made me do this. I had no intention of really doing this, and I got pushed into doing this. And then I dragged Nat with me. So that's what I have to say. But let's go ahead and go back, and we'll do our collective readings, and we'll start then with Marcia, I believe, right?
If I could find my little mouse. Sorry, guys. Dawn, I'm just blown away. You are absolutely in your element. And I hardly ever plug my own readings, but if you're watching, go back and watch my morning message from today, because the heart chakra came out with the beautiful little rose quartz. And I only used the Eternal Crystal deck because it was Dawn who reminded me that Venus, the color of this book, jumped out at me. So I thought I would use it again for the collective reading. And after shuffling, it's a different heart chakra card, but wow, Peridot, it is a heart chakra card. This is a 31 card, and Dawn and everybody here, it's time to teach. The message of this card is to teach what is in your heart. So let's read this real quick. It is no coincidence that you are being drawn to the peridot crystal. It is a beautiful green color and associated with the heart chakra. It is also associated with relationships and healing. You are a natural teacher, and you are now being encouraged to use your natural healing abilities, compassionate energy, and love to help nurture and teach others. Being a teacher doesn't necessarily mean working in a school environment. Teachers come in many forms. Perhaps you are already teaching your friends and family how to handle difficult situations, or you may be lecturing or an adult educator, or even in childcare. Whatever form of teaching you engage in, know that your spirit guides and angels are supporting you with this. Your words are very powerful. You have the ability to connect with people from all walks of life and can provide important information to those who need it. You may even be teaching unknowingly through your writing, through the words you speak, or just through the positive energy that exudes from you. Spiritual view. The message, I feel, this 3-3 portal is just about, you don't even realize how you balancing your energies in coherence, your mind, your body, your words, your actions, everything in a heart coherence is teaching people around you how to do the same. And I'm just so proud of you. Keep it up. So I'm going to pass it now over to Sari.
All right. So I pulled from the Gaia deck, and I pulled the same card that I pulled yesterday for what was the bigger message. And if you haven't watched the Sunday video, might want to go back and catch it. But this is called the Hidden Path. It is such a beautiful card. It's a 34, which rounds to 7, which is a very sacred and holy number. And if you look at this, you can see the two trees intertwined. You see the sun on one side. You see the Egyptian ink in the middle, and then you see the third eye for protection on the other side. So the meaning of this card, it says it's the marriage of spirit and matter, and it just goes right directly to the heart of what the 3-3 portal is all about. So let me read this to you, because it says, you have traveled far in search of greater meaning and fulfillment, having made much progress in learning valuable lessons. You want to continue your journey, but the road may have come to an end. Where do you go from here? This imagery on the card is set within a magical forest. It seems inviting, yet the way forward is not clear. And Marsha, I think the card that you pulled was very poignant around us connecting with our heart. But for many of you, you may not know exactly what the path is. And what this card means for this portal is, there is a way forward. You might not have just seen it yet. This card is inviting you to move forward spiritually, and it offers you healing and protection along the way. So spirit and matter are merging, and this is when your heart and your mind are both focused on the same goal, which is the spiritual journey and the spiritual path. So I think the heart coherence is really critical in this portal, but this allows us an opportunity to kind of take a leap of faith and step out where the path may not be known to us, but it's kind of merging our heart and mind together. And I think that is another message that's aligned with this portal and the opportunity that we have. And so I'm going to pass it next to Jen. Thank you.
All right. So I have used the Love Who You Are Oracle. And for what Spirit's message around the 3-3 portal, I have wear your party hat. So there's some celebration coming. And I think that's long overdue. I think a lot of us have been living in survival mode for many, many years. And so now then it's time to kind of step out of that and own your own life and start living your life for yourself. So wear your party hat. Life is too short. Buy the shoes, eat the cookie, take the vacation, risk the adventure. Paint your living room purple, wear your party hat, Don't be afraid of what people will think. They aren't living your life. You get to decide what your brave looks like, what your fun and fabulous and free looks like. You're being asked right now to disregard the attention and approval of others and just go for it. Even if it feels ridiculous or over the top, you get to be as extra as you want to be. Your life is an occasion. Rise to it. So, I mean, it's the only life that you're going to get. So, I mean, it's yours to live. And so celebrate it. Take every moment that you can. And like, I posted something on my Facebook yesterday, like, if there's even a chance that it's going to bring, you know, this joy and excitement, take the risk, just go for it. All right. So Dawn, over to you.
Hello, hello, hello. I am reading for, no, I'm sorry. This is a collective thing. I'm just like, I am so excited. So I pulled for the collective and what is the message? And again, it's the Spirit Guardian of Summer expansion. I'm using the Sacred Forest Oracle. I was drawn to the green because that's a color of Venus. And there's a couple of sentences that I just love in this. Vitality, health, success, abundance, healing, and passion are expanding in your life. However, you can't sit back and wait for it to happen. The energy of summer is the energy of working with passion in the direction of your dreams. Give it everything you've got, and immense reward will follow. Do not sit on the sidelines. Work hard, play hard. Your labor will pay off. And one of the things that is associated with Venus in Aries is that passionate energy that Aries gives to Venus. I mean, she can be a little wild in that particular sign, and maybe does things impetuously in that particular sign. But she's living her life. She is learning that lesson. And I also got the message of grounding again through this, because one of the things that says the most earth energy is available to us during the summer. So I'm thinking this is another, the tree, there's a tree in it. So what was I talking about earlier? A tree. So it's very much that, that sense of the natural things that you can bring into your life. Plants, drink plenty of water, definitely water, and ground as much as you can. It's very strong energy that we're going to be getting. There's going to be a lot of other things going on. We're going to be getting 2 eclipses. So it's good to be grounded energy. And again, that sense of you are a person that is holding a vibration for the planet. And I felt called to say this. And your being you, where you are, is holding up the other vibrational things around people that are around you. The fact that Sari can be in a hospital and still hold her energy level is helping the people all throughout the hospital and lifting that energy up. Take the time to give yourself rest, though, because that can be very draining. So have good boundaries. Do your grounding, maintain your spirit level. And I will send this over to Marcia to start the personal readings.
Gorgeous messages, ladies. So many synchronicities. I immediately pinged in on Misty this morning. So Misty, I don't know if we've got some connection going on today, but I feel like we do, my dear, since I drew your birthstone with the crystal reading this morning. So I am drawing for you from the Sacred Traveler deck. And the card I drew for you is Traveling Lightly. Simplify your life. So obviously, this is a card of movement. And if you're not actually physically moving, then you are decluttering and doing some soul excavation work. And I was struck by Sari's card, how at the roots and the base of that tree were hearts, excavating out of your own soul, your empowerment. So think about that for a minute and let's read this. The card meaning: release what does not support you, a busy life, and the accumulation of more than you need creates static. Clear internal and external clutter, do what matters, and release the rest to its final peace, grace, and stillness. Simplify your life, otherwise it's difficult to hear the voice of the Creator. Create time to rest and rejuvenate. The sacred traveler wants you to know, on the journey, we often gather things that don't support us. It's time to say goodbye to fellow travelers or situations and the objects that don't bring out the best in you. Keep what works and let go of the rest. Doing what is essential and releasing everything else is one of the fastest ways to align with a tranquil vibration of the spiritual realm. So, Misty, I'm going to come back to, we keep getting these threes, and say goodbye to fellow travelers, situations, and objects, right? Whatever those categories are, simplify your life. And one other of like a triple thing that came up, release to find peace, grace, and stillness. Okay. So just kind of meditate. And 3 is going to be a very powerful number for you today. I know you dropped 8 in there, but think about the 3s today and see how they show up in your life. Come back and let us know too. Okay. So over to Sari.
Okay, I'm pulling for Jennifer. It's comical here because what you can't see in front of me, there's a big glass window, and as I'm pulling cards, people are walking by staring at me. Okay, Jennifer, I have pulled this really interesting card for you today, and this is for Jennifer Lee, and it is from the Shaman's Dream, and it is called the Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix, and it's actually the first time I've pulled this card. And Jennifer, this is about the intricate complexity of life. You may have been thinking and acting like you were the only one in your dream creating your life. The galactic mushroom arrives as a playful but potent reminder of connecting to your higher power. The universal laws are not only for your benefit, but the law of attraction does not exist just to serve up your desired outcome. So the matrix of consciousness, called source or God or spirit, is intricately woven into life. There is much complexity that the human mind cannot comprehend. And what this is a reminder, Jennifer, is that your dreams and desires of what you're trying to manifest are being heard. You may not have actually seen them manifest in the material world, but they are being manifested. And this card, when it's pulled, is just a reminder to have faith and trust. And Jen, what did you say? Trust in the transformation? Yeah. And so this is a card, Jennifer, of whatever you've been wanting to manifest and bring in. Spirit has heard you loud and clear. And it's just a matter of time that your intentions and what you're wanting to bring forward into the material world are going to manifest. Whether or not you actually see it, it's going to play itself out in very, they call it serendipitous ways in events. So be watching it, as Dawn said, watch the signs, watch the synchronicities, because your dreams are coming true. You may just not have seen evidence of that yet. And so this is a card to tell you to hang in there, have trust and faith in the process, and you will start seeing it. But watch for the signs and pay close attention to what you see around you, because those are going to be the clues that are going to start to tell you that this is coming in for you. So it's a really beautiful card of manifestation, but it's work in progress. So I hope that helps. And again, it's a beautiful card of transformation. So I will next turn this over to Jen.
All right. So I have pulled for Donna. And one, I just want to thank Donna for being so supportive. I mean, like, she has been just a rock star for all of us. And she asked, where's the party at? We're bringing it. You are the party. So I pulled for you with the Love Who You Are Oracle, and we got flock together. So, I mean, the first thing, birds of a feather flock together. So, I mean, you're finding your people, and I mean, you're right here in the middle of your people right now. And the more that you allow yourself to be in your authentic self, you're going to be attracting in your, truly soul aligned family. So we have, when we gather, we have an opportunity to witness and be witnessed. Community strengthens our selfhood and confidence. Seek and celebrate your tribe. If you don't have one, honor the tribe within. There's a multitude of beings inside of you. The shiny, happy parts, the sad, confused, and messy parts, the wild and unpredictable parts. Many of them are shunned or disparaged. All deserve a place at your table. When we gather in community or gather all the pieces of ourselves in sacred communion, we forge a bond of unity that helps sing the soul home. And I mean, like, this message is so loud for everyone right now. And it's part of one of the messages that I've done this week. And it's just like, just owning who you are so clearly, like just getting to be yourself so clearly. All the flaws and all, like, just, I want to be accepted. I just want to be me. I don't want to have to dim myself down or have to like manage myself to make myself more palatable for anybody around me. I just want to be me and let the people around me appreciate, that. And if they're not appreciating that, then we're going to move on to another group. So, that's your message, is you're going to be finding your people, but you're going to find it by being your most authentic self. All right. So moving forward with Dawn.
Okay, I have Jana, and I felt called to pull it out of the Water Temple Oracle deck. So gorgeous deck. And this is what I pulled for you. Is that not a beautiful card? Mama Kucha. I flow with life, and life flows with me. And this is so much about creativity. It's so much about having the kind of relationships that there is equalness in that relationship, where the ebb and flow, it's like that Six of Pentacles that I think of as more of equal exchange of energy. But also look at the fact that they are dancing with each other, that they are celebrating, that this is about also being with other people that celebrate you and that you feel aligned with. That's very much a part of what this card is. It's about alignment, unite, create, and let your creativity flow. I feel like this is really saying that you can make anything happen. I mean, Mama Kucha, she is associated with the whale, right? It's the strongest, most beautiful thing in the ocean. And it travels with other whales. It's not a solitary creature. And I feel that is something you need to remember. Have good boundaries. Have good boundaries. But you're meant to be with other people that vibrate at your level. So I think this is part of what your journey is going to be, having those good boundaries, but celebrating and being creative. So thank you, Jana. Let's go to Marsha.
Okay, Michelle K., you are up, my love. I am pulling for you a card from the Intuitive Whispers deck, and we got the 27 card. That would reduce to a 9, and the key word or key phrase is let go of control. So the 9s are ending of a cycle. And intuitively, when I pulled this card, one, that beautiful dove being released from the cage. Okay, caged birds can't sing. Whatever control it is, whatever you think you're controlling, even if it's an emotion, right? Not letting ourselves be vulnerable, things like that, it's keeping you in a cage, and we've got to let go of that. So I'm going to read what it says here. But I just felt like you busting out, as soon as you release control, your soul is just going to bust out. Light is going to bust out of your heart, wind under your wings, so to speak. If you've picked this card, chances are you are holding on to control in a certain area of your life. We usually do this because we think we are protecting ourselves or fear what might happen if we actually let go. But this is your chance to be brave and release control. Often it is a false delusion that we have control in the first place. It actually stops us from moving forward. You may be limiting yourself by staying stuck in a familiar territory rather than releasing into the unlimited unknown. Be brave enough to jump in, let go. What if just the other side of control was freedom? Woo, that speaks to my Saggy heart. And that 3 I shared with the girls, 3 to me is always a Sagittarius Jupiterian number. It is about beliefs. It is about an inner belief. Don't be afraid, Michelle. Let go, okay? Let go of control, and you'll be lifted in that. So let's see, moving over to Sari.
Okay, and I am pulling today for Denise from Spirit Dragon Tarot. Hi, Denise. And I pulled the most beautiful card for you out of the Cosmic Oracle. And I pulled what's called unconditional love. It's a 34, which reduces to 7. So again, this card symbolizes something very sacred and holy, which is all about unconditional love. And it has a little saying, Denise, from Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, who I think wrote a book about grief and dying. But she says, the ultimate lesson all of us have to learn is unconditional love, which includes not only others, but ourselves as well. And the reflection of this card is all about choice. Do we actually take the choice of unconditional love, or do we take the path of conditional love? And Denise, I feel like there is a situation around you where someone has treated you with conditional love, and that they have not supported you and loved you for who you are and supported you in the way that you needed. And oftentimes, this card indicates you could be in a space also where you are being triggered by some wounds that you've had from childhood, things that you were healing and working on, where you weren't loved unconditionally. It was the love was conditional. And so part of this card is a card of healing, but there may be someone or more than one around you who are not loving you unconditionally. And you have a choice in terms of the way that you respond. And I think Spirit is actually saying to you, returning this love, this conditional love with unconditional love, is on a completely different timeline and takes a level of spiritual and emotional maturity through the heart center that sometimes is maybe a challenge to do. And I think in this situation, Denise, it's an opportunity for you to demonstrate to those around you what unconditional love really looks like and what it feels like. And it's just a big, big message for you. And I think you're going to be jumping timelines if you respond in this loving and kind way where the kindness and the love has not been shown to you. So I think it's extremely powerful time for you. But I think for all of us, we all have an opportunity to step up our game and show unconditional love in situations where the conditional love has been the path or the treatment that we've received. I think it's very powerful, Denise. And I think for all of us, it's a great lesson and reminder of being connected to Source or God and just loving people and having kindness and compassion in our hearts. And with that, I'll turn it over to Jen. And hopefully, Denise, that resonated for you.
Okay, so I have pulled for Jen Rogers. All right, and I pulled with the Love Who You Are, and we have protect your boundaries. So where are your boundaries weak right now? And I think that that's what all of this energy that you've been going through with these retrogrades is really showing you, is where your boundaries are weak. So one of the best ways to love your fabulous self is to set and maintain your boundaries. You'll have way more energy for the things that matter, like your own sovereignty, if you quit spending it on situations that drain you. No is a necessary magic, and it will fuel your enthusiasm when yes shows up. So what if people don't like or approve of you when you're keeping true to your most sacred bonds and honoring your needs as sacred? Your value doesn't come from the outside sources. It doesn't even come from within. You were born with it, and it is immeasurable. Act like it. Protect the sacred space of you. And so I am one who has definitely had weak boundaries pretty much my whole life. And like that's one of the things I'm working on right now too. And I know how hard it is. Like when you first start setting boundaries, it like the first thing you're going to feel is guilt, because you're showing up different than what you've ever shown up before. So they're going to put in like that extra push on you to see if, you know, like those boundaries are going to stick. That doesn't mean that you did anything wrong. I mean, it's kind of, that's just the expectation. This is the way you've been showing up to this point. So in order to get something different, you're going to have to do something different and hold it, and not like, you know, go back on it and go back into your old patterns. You've got this. Once you get this, I mean, like, you're going to feel so much more free and alive and get to be yourself. And all of this, like the hard part of just the setting the boundaries is going to be just a distant memory at, you know, once you get through it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward now with Dawn.
Hello, I'm reading for Peggy. Hi, Peggy. So I felt called to read the Oracle of the Seven Energies for you. The cards are like telling me which deck I need to use, so it's very funny. The Power of Purpose. Number 18 card. Individuation. Seeing your unique place in the world. A clear sense of authentic purpose. This is one of those things where you might find that something is pushing you along its path. And that is some of the other astrology that is going on in the world right now, is that we still have Neptune in a conjunction with the North Node. Dream big. There are no limitations. And you have actually become a master at manifesting. I think you should teach classes. And I think her secret is she's learned how to set the manifestation, and then she knows to just let it go. You can't keep checking on it, and she has stuff happen for her. But I think this is also, it came out with Wish Upon a Star card that has a child on it. And that's why I think that a lot of what you are doing and some of your purpose in the world is being that safe harbor. That's what it's telling me, that this is what you are more unique at, is that safe harbor. And they can see you and go, you know, things work in the world in a way that they're supposed to. The other thing that I caught with this, and it's the last paragraph, which I think is for everyone in this about finding their own purpose. The discipline and will to evolve are yours by nature. This process doesn't have to be a struggle. You cannot fail if you immerse yourself fully in what is in front of you now. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. You never have to seek your purpose or wonder what it is. Just keep removing the blocks to your essential self, and your purpose will find you. It's that easy. What a great thing for us to find out. Keep moving forward, the power of purpose. And I think that's a message for everyone. So I will go ahead and pass this on to Marcia.
All right, y'all, come back. Pull your chair up to the table. Okay, I am drawing for Natisha. Hello, my love. Welcome in. And I'm drawn back to the Eternal Crystals deck today. And the card I drew for you, my dear, was the number 4 card, Aquamarine. Keyword here is courage, and it is associated with your throat chakra. So during the rest of this Venus retrograde season, I would love for you to get an aquamarine and carry it around with you. And let's read what it says. Aquamarine encourages you to look at an emotional situation in your life from a brand new perspective. Try to be more tolerant and sensitive, not just to other people, but to yourself as well. Aquamarine can also help you release any old patterns or beliefs that no longer serve you. It is time for you to calm your energy, quiet your mind, and reduce your stress levels. Know that you have the courage and strength to move forward through any difficult situation in life. Express yourself, open up, and let your true feelings be heard. There is nothing wrong with asking for help if you need it. It's important that you communicate courageously and clearly what it is that you do and don't want. This is a powerful time for you to move forward in your life. Aquamarine is associated with the throat and crown chakras. It helps you to stay focused when you are under pressure, as well as helping you to gain some clarity to make the right choices. Take some time to weigh up all the positive and negative aspects of the situation, but be honest with yourself and trust your natural instincts. So, Natisha, as you've heard us say in this time, you just really have to be true to yourself. Drop down into your heart and only do or follow or pursue things that light your heart up. And withdraw when you need to. I very much feel like you're not taking the time to pull back and calm your energy. Jen mentioned, many of us have lived in a survival mode for many years, and the entire civilization, this whole Kali Yuga period of 400,000 years of living in this awful survival mode. We are coming out of that. So give yourself some grace in that. I know that's been a big message here as well. And in that stillness, I think you will find your voice, right? The crown will open up, voice will open up. All right, Natisha, I hope that's helpful. And we'll give it back over to Sari.
Okay, I'm reading for Rebecca Joe. And I tell you what, this is the third 7 that I've pulled today. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm on fire. Rebecca Joe, it's great to see you. I pulled from the Gaia deck, and this is called Winter's Inn. And this stands for regeneration, rebirth, and positive outcome. So this card, Rebecca Joe, may have been significant for you because I think you're going through a number of endings and clearing out the old to allow the new. And this card signifies rebirth, regeneration, and new growth. You may not know it, but the cycle has already begun. This cold gray period of your life is coming to an end, and a new season begins. As with the tree lady, she's called the tree lady. Her hair is basically branches of a tree. And the first signs of spring are starting to show. The first shoots have sprouted, and soon the new buds will be in full bloom as they bathe you in the light of the sun. Many beautiful things are in store for you now. New opportunities will present themselves, sometimes quite unexpectedly, and it might come in a tower, like Dawn was saying. It might just be out of the blue. When they do, embrace them. Do not hesitate, for this is your time to shine. This is a lucky and prosperous period for you. Many things that were previously not possible now are. Doors that were previously closed to you are now open. And this card can also signify travel in many positive outcomes. But what a beautiful card. And I think that's actually a collective message. If we're really focused on the alignment and what Jen said, the authenticity of our souls and our journey, the old cycles are falling away and the new shoots and the buds of our new life and our spiritual journey are starting to come forward. And you're starting to see the shoots and the fruits of our labor. So Rebecca Joe, if you've had to let go of some things in some relationships or an older version of you, the new wants to come through, and it's just a beautiful card. This is a sacred time of opportunity for you. And I think it's a message also for all of us. But again, what a pleasure and what a beautiful card, Rebecca Joe. And I'll pass it on to Jen.
Okay, so this time I have pulled for Larissa. And so, yeah, all the messages, they come back to that authenticity, every single one of them. So, I mean, I just love how connected all of this has been. And so for Larissa, I have pulled with the Love Who You Are, and we have Embrace What Is. And the first line in this, it just says, remembering that life is not happening to you, it is happening for you. And I've done a few messages for you in the past, and I know that you really are going through a whole lot of significant things. And so I'm sure that that's been kind of hard to manage. And I know that when I go through the big stuff, I start questioning, why is this happening to me? And then, it's coming back to that. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And so it may seem counterintuitive, but everything is happening for you, not to you. Trust this. When we see the world, and particularly our own circumstances, through this lens, our mind expands to take in the possibilities. On the other hand, when we resist or despise our reality, our minds shrink into judgment and we go into protective mode, which diminishes our creativity and vitality. This is the moment you are being asked to love what is unfolding in your life as if you chose it, because on some level you did. It's a friend in disguise. Endeavor to welcome it so you can discover what it came to teach you. And so, I mean, just especially if you're going through any significant endings that you don't feel like you chose, just understand it's making space in your life for something that is so much better than the thing that is leaving. You may not see it right now, and you may not even believe it right now, but whatever that thing is that you had to let go of was not your highest level version that you were meant to have. And so whatever this thing's coming in is going to be even better than any of that. So just hang on to that, hold on to that hope, and just keep moving forward, because this is really happening for your benefit right now. All right. Moving forward with Dawn. Okay. You're muted.
I'm really, really happy right now. I got Kathy Painter, and this beautiful card is yours. Secret Spring. And I look at this card and I see her searching. I feel like this is this, I know Kathy's in my class tonight. So this beautiful moment where you have this light going through this dark, dark time. And to find and discover more things about yourself. I mean, she can fly. She can fly. There's so much to this card that it's Secret Spring is success. And especially if you connect with any of the fairies, this is really speaking very loudly, and the moon is there getting things started. I'll read some of this card because I think this is a message for everyone, because it's just about being, again, that authenticity and celebrating your successes. Whew, all things are possible. The more you honor and celebrate the success that you already have, the more success pours into your life. And the more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune you will have. Act as if and feel as if you are wildly successful, and even more success will develop. Accept that you are already thriving. You are. And the more victories will emerge. If a situation seems to knock you down, get up and take a moment to explore what you learned, and then keep going. In Celtic tradition, secret springs were magical. Water was the source of life, and in their legends, mystical beings would emerge out of the springs and later return through them. Fairy queens and mythic heroes were said to have emerged from the springs, and those sacred well springs were a divine place to commune with the divine. Good fortune blessed those who honored the spirit of the secret spring. So I think this is very much about discovery. I feel like, and there's a lantern on there. I just think that there's a lot of things we're going to discover about ourselves going through this Venus retrograde. And just keep saying, act as if. I like the way it says that. Act as if. Act as if everything is working out for you. Act as if that you are getting the lessons that you're supposed to be getting. I think that is one of the strongest messages that you can tell yourself. You can do this. You have everything it takes, and you are still discovering things about yourself. So thank you. And are we ready to close? Do I need to? Oh, to Marcia? Okay, good. Perfect.
We have time for one more. I just loved that reading. I could hardly love it more. Okay. So I'm drawing for Shirley. Shirley, you are going to be our last personal card pull for the day. And we just can't make this shift up, you guys. That energy of, be the change you want to see in the world. Take that an octave higher. If you want to see people showing up in a loving, caring, supportive way, be it. Be that, and be it to yourself first. Give to yourself before you give to anybody else. Okay, Miss Shirley, I am drawing from the Gaia deck as well. I wanted to finish with just this burning sacred heart deck. And you got the number 3 card on the 3-3 portal. We're going to end with a 3. It is a card of harmony, power, self-confidence, and productivity. Oh my gosh, Shirley, thank you for bringing this energy to us. Let's read it. This card heralds a period of inner and outer harmony. In the coming months, you will feel an increased sense of self-confidence, which will result in greater productivity. It is as if you have learned to harness the primal forces of nature and are able to channel this energy in a powerful and meaningful way to achieve your goals. Your guiding stars are in harmonious alignment at the present. This is a fortunate time for you, and this period will continue for several months. Be mindful of the power that you have at present and honor it. Respect it and use it wisely. What you learn in this time will help you greatly in the future. Observe your state of mind during this time as well as your actions and how others react to you. Notice how many doors open and how previously inaccessible paths now become clear of obstacles. All you desire comes to you with little effort, all because there is harmony in your inner and outer worlds. Remember this in the future, for it will serve you well. I believe that's Peggy's trick for her instant manifestation. So, Miss Shirley, you are a master manifester as well. Stay in that harmonious energy, and everybody that joined us today, just harness that, 3-point energy and lean into it. So I'm going to turn this back over to Sari, I believe.
All right. Wow, I'm inspired. I needed an infusion of energy, and I certainly got it. And thanks to you, lovely ladies, for the conversation about the Venus retrograde and the 3-3 portal. So we're just sending you guys out there in the chat just lots of love and light. And thank you so much for being a part of this special session. I think we all got some really beautiful messages, and they resonate for all of us. So we wish you a very peaceful and serene week wherever you are around the world. We will be back with you on Friday of this week at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We look forward to another great session with everyone. And again, be safe wherever you are, be serene and be peaceful. And we'll be back with you on Friday at 6. Thanks so much again.